Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be a little bit different because I'm not gonna be traveling today, which is what I want to mostly focus on with this YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about a topic that I'm really passionate about, and it's kind of the reason I originally started this YouTube channel, to create a discussion around this topic and just explore that and create a discourse, because I think it's really important. And again, it's a topic of conversation that I'm really passionate about and that I have with everyone. So I decided to share it, and that it was definitely an idea worth sharing. So today we're gonna be talking about self-love. Woo! It's something that's really gratifying once you're like aware of loving yourself more and doing things that help you grow in self-love, putting that at the forefront of everything you do versus things like stress or anxiety or self-doubt. You know, remember always to love yourself, be kind to yourself, have compassion with yourself. You can't go wrong. We are kind of fighting the sunset because it's like 4 o'clock that I decided to do this. It's an idea I've had for a while. Yeah, hope that everybody enjoys this discussion. Feel free to comment below, ask some questions, you know. Let's just keep the ball rolling. I gotta give you some context. So I've always kind of struggled with self-confidence growing up and self-esteem, and that is my family clock. But yeah, I always struggled with that. To be honest, it took me a long time to be confident in the person that I am. I definitely wanted to share like my story and my take on loving yourself and how truly important that is, to start with loving yourself. And I think you can't go wrong if you do that. Moving on, I started my self-love journey about 2 or 3 years ago. I was graduating college, and sort of my last year of college, I was having a tough time. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, but I wasn't in a super like happy space mentally. Had a couple internships. I was working and going to school, and I was a part of some writing organizations that I really loved. There came a certain point in my college career where I wasn't super excited about these things anymore. I was aching to like evolve and grow. Fast forward to the end of college. I always liked YouTube, but I was really starting to get influenced by feeling really inspired by everyone that shared, like, especially like health, fitness, positive lifestyle. That was really like amazing to me. I was just soaking all that up and getting really inspired and feeling really positive. I started looking for an internship overseas. I ended up finding one in London. I, went through the whole process of getting a visa, getting my transportation, accommodation set up for when I got there. I was super excited. I ended up spending the summer of 2017 in Europe, and if you checked out my last video, you saw that I made such really amazing girlfriends, met a bunch of awesome people. We all like worked separately, and we were part of the same intern group. We'd often hang out and go explore London. I also got a chance to visit Ibiza, Vienna, and I saw some old friends, and it was like such an amazing time of growth. I was still sort of like struggling with finding what truly motivated me, but I got back to the US thinking, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to travel, I want to write, get more into like the business mindset, just mesh all these things that I love doing together. I'd gotten a few interviews, but during this time I got a bit discouraged, and I was going through a lot of stress, anxiety, self-doubt, those growing pains from like post-college transitioning into adulthood. I was just kind of riding that wave. I was like, okay, you know what, there are worse things, let's just keep going. During this time I was kind of sleeping a lot as like a coping mechanism. I'd be up applying to jobs and going on interviews, and when nothing was going on, I'd just be like sleeping. I also had moved back home at that time. I was just kind of figuring it out like everybody else was. I was starting to listen to new music, read new books, check out podcasts, make new friends, new memories. But yeah, so it was towards the end of the year, December, that I'd listened to this podcast. And during this entire time from me graduating to me looking for jobs and things like that, I was researching a lot, I was reading a lot, meditating, and really trying to get grounded and plant myself so that I could center myself better. It was a constant daily thing to be mindful of, to be kinder to myself, that I was gonna get to where I wanted to be. I always had a vision. I knew I was gonna make it happen. December rolls around of 2017 and I listened to this podcast, which, by the way, if you haven't listened to Oprah's Soulful Conversations, they're amazing and so inspiring. She interviews thought leaders, authors, spiritual leaders. It's incredibly well done. The one that especially inspired me though was MWF Motivation, which I'd gotten from a friend. This podcast was called New Year's Resolutions. With 2018 rolling around, I thought, wow, this is perfect timing. They had some really good content. I'd listened to this podcast and got really inspired. Basically, what they advised listeners to do was, instead of making a New Year's resolution list of about 10 to 20 things that you want to accomplish that year, you grab the top 3 things on that list that are the most important to you, that are the most significant, and you focus on those 3 things for the whole year. You focus on the first thing for the first 100 days of the year, the second thing for the second 100 days, and the third, you get it, for the rest. And then, the last 65 days, do with it what you will, blend them together. And I'll get more into that in a second. 2018 rolled around and I was like, okay, I've got to make a change. I've got to get my power back. No one is going to do that but me. No one is going to hand me the career I want and the life I want. I can only gather those things for myself, and that comes from within myself and knowing myself and loving myself. I decided to do for my 3 goals: mind, body, and soul. These felt like the 3 most important things to me, and I felt like they really encompassed my experience. Those were the 3 most important things to me at the time, and still are. It's a lifetime deal, not a 12-month program. For the first 100 days of the year, I focused on mind. That was focusing on getting my career launched, reading books on financial goals and how to set them, being more professional. Then for body, I focused on setting realistic goals for health, not weight or looking a certain way. All health and fitness and feeling good on the inside. Third one was soul, and that's still what I'm on now, which was for me about starting this YouTube channel and doing something for myself, creatively and artistically for me. Also mending relationships and reading books on a healthy perspective on self-love and how to go about that. I'm all about practical approaches, so I needed something that I could actually do, not just oh, I'm gonna love myself, that's gonna be easy. No, it's a daily thing. It's not always easy. I think the more you talk about it, the easier it becomes. It's a good thing. It's honestly so exciting and so fun to rediscover yourself, learn how to love yourself, learn what you like doing, taking yourself out on some you dates, discovering new skincare and hair care products, not just focusing on the physical things of self-love, but also, realizing that it's never selfish to put yourself first and to prioritize your happiness, because no one can make you happy but you. Knowing that all that power is within you, it's super empowering, it's super gratifying. How many of us can really say we can get through daily tasks each and every day without, injecting it with a little bit of self-love? Otherwise, what is your motivation behind those tasks? So I think in order to stay true to who you are, true to your why it is you do what you do, why you get up each morning, starts with self-love. Knowing yourself and dealing with different life situations in friendships, in relationships, in family life, the biggest thing is perspective, right? So I'm gonna give you guys some practical approaches that have worked for me, and I'm gonna try to save you the time of doing a whole bunch of research that'll just have you trying to put the puzzle pieces together. Instead, I'll just share with you some things that have helped me over the years and I thought were worth sharing. First, accept your own lovability. Nobody is made like you. No one is exactly like you. And that is like a nice thing to tell yourself that, you know what, like I am wonderful. I am still growing. Read books on love, self-love about this. I recommend On Love, which is a really good book. The Alchemist and Bingo Theory is another good one that I'm still working on finishing. But just find books that like help you and empower you. Second, don't value anyone's opinion nor your own. So this was a big aha moment for me. And I'm in no way like a psychologist or a motivational speaker or a life guru, but this quote really helped me out because a lot of the time I think we easily can get in our own way. We can tend to like self-sabotage ourselves by thinking, you know, I can't do this, why me? I think that happens because we're influenced too much by the opinions and judgments of others as well as our own of ourselves. We can be our own biggest critic, convince ourselves that we can when we really can. We're capable of doing anything. We're capable of bursting out of a mindset that causes you to be sad and depressed, rewires you to be positive and grateful. So I think as you remember to be grateful for everything you've accomplished in life, instead of looking at all you have to do, it's such a huge realization. What's helped me also is instead of looking at everything that I have to do to get to where I want to be, imagine yourself already at the end of that term, of that year, or that 5-year question that we all get. I just stick to 1 year because that's as far ahead as I can plan. But imagine yourself at the end of that year already and you're looking back. What did that look like? What happened? What did you do? What did you accomplish? Did you deepen your friendships? Did you, nurture your family relationships? Did you try new things? Did you rediscover things that you loved to do? What music did you listen to? What books did you read? What memories did you make? Think about yourself already at the end of that year, right? And you're thinking back on all the things that happened. What did you do and what did that look like? Third, be proud of your skill set. And this is especially for my girls because I feel like you just gotta own it. You gotta own your skills, build new ones, find balance, and don't stress yourself out too much. Things will get accomplished. That's for everyone. Find your balance. Realize that it will happen. It will get accomplished. Take small steps because then you get paralysis by analysis. You overanalyze things and then you get paralyzed because there's so many things to do and you get intimidated by that fact. That's why focusing on like 3 big goals for the year is a practical approach to owning your skill set and continue to build it. And now the sun's really starting to get low. Fourth, exercise. I can't stress enough how much better you feel. Exercise contributes so much to your emotional well-being, your like cognitive functionality, your memory increases, and you're like a better put together person. Try to incorporate some exercise into your daily routine. 20-minute workout a day or a jog outside just to get your blood circulating, your endorphins. What I'm doing right now, health and fitness wise, I'm subscribed to these online workouts called Kick Girls, spelled K-I-C, these Australian trainers. They just created an app. I'll link it down below if you guys want to try it out. It's $19.50 a month. They include recipes, workouts that incorporate things from yoga and Pilates to boxing, which I'm really into boxing lately. They also have meditations and like sort of like mindfulness articles that you can read on their blog, on their website. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. 5, try new things. Meet new people, create new friendships, read new books, listen to new music, try something you've never done before. That dress in your closet that doesn't feel like you, wear it anyway. Just see how you feel in it. Become aware of things outside of like your world. Find some causes that you really love and care about and volunteer. Like for example, I love volunteering downtown at the Atlanta Food Community Bank. I started going with my company that I work at now, which I didn't mention, but yeah, I ended up getting a job in Atlanta that I really, really love in marketing. So I'm super happy and ecstatic about that. It's been a learning experience, and I love my team and who I get to work with every single day. It's super fun. I get to learn so much about business and marketing, and then I also get to like be my free, goofy self, because they really just let you explore creatively like all the other different departments within the company. So it's amazing. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I kind of forgot what I was saying. But yeah, basically just try new things, and you never know what you'll end up finding that'll make you, you know, rediscover yourself and fall in love with your life and being confident in the person that you are. So just try new things. I encourage that, as long as they're, you know, safe. Also, when you're trying new things, try not to get attached to it. Like sometimes our attachment to something makes us feel like not trying it, because then we feel like, oh, that's how I'm gonna be identified. The music that I listen to and what I talk about and like read, and like, no, we're all learning, we're all discovering new things. So share, just try new things and then share them. Finally, challenge your story. This is major key. If you are judging your story too harshly, having a negative outlook on it, then you can't love who you are if you haven't accepted where you've been. Be kinder to yourself, challenge your story, forgive yourself for maybe going through situations, wanting to handle them in a better way. Stop and ask yourself, am I looking at this too black and white? Am I judging this story, my story, too harshly? And are there kinder ways to view the situation? So yeah, challenge your story. I think you'll find that imperfection is part of the human experience. Again, I'm not an expert. If you choose to be kinder to yourself and look within, then you'll find that that you're incredible and unique and special. Tell yourself that in the mirror when you wake up each morning, before you go to sleep at night. Those thoughts first thing in the morning and then right before you go to sleep, I think are super like essential to like a healthy mindset. That's not to say that you're always going to be thinking like super positive things, but definitely make an effort to be more positive. Also, write down some things that are cool about you, that you're passionate about, that make you happy, and are practical ways to get those things done. You know, it's important to also be realistic about your goals. Set some financial goals and be realistic about those as well. I've found so much confidence in being able to like save money and knowing that I'm prepared. Don't be afraid to learn new skills and try new things and create a common vision. And it helps to have a vision board as well. I recently created one to look at that each morning and be like, okay, that's where I see myself. That is, yep, that's it right there. Just to finish off, unlearn bad habits. This is another super important key to living a healthy lifestyle, healthy mind, body, and soul, because whatever you do and your thinking is going to, you know, affect you as a whole. Unlearn those bad habits that maybe got you into not such great situations. Know that either way, it's gonna be okay. For example, for me, it's a daily task for me to rewire my brain to be more positive and optimistic, calm and loving, and not so much frustrated. I wish I could have done better, or that I wish other people could have done better. Like it is what it is. You can't control everything. So a lot of the times unlearning bad habits is just surrendering control. Just keeping that in mind has helped me a lot. I hope you guys have enjoyed this discussion, because I do think this is a really important conversation to have. So yeah, just remember to accept your own lovability. Don't value anyone's opinion nor your own. Value your skill set, own it, exercise, try new things, and challenge your story. I'm really excited to show you guys where I'm going in the next video. I look forward to editing that and sharing that with you guys. Like and subscribe. This is a new experience for me, but just trying to be confident in it. Hopefully you guys will be inspired by this and want to share your own ideas and apply some of these to your life. I can definitely say now that I'm in a much happier state of mind, and it's dope. I feel like it's my duty to pay it forward. But yeah, until the next one, guys, hope you enjoyed this discussion again, and that you like the video. So see you in the next one. Bye.